Hey, what's happening? It's your dude, the merciless Reece L. Black. Welcome back to the booth. Today, I actually wanted to go ahead and get a little bit somewhat deep, as I normally always say that I'd like to do. Today, I kind of felt like in this space, the whole social dating dynamic, dating and relationship space, this whole DNR space, I kind of feel like in my position as a family man, husband, and father, especially father of a teenage girl, I kind of felt that I'm obligated to at least tell you guys or speak on the topic of gaming up your children, especially your daughter. I know we have a lot of people in the space who may be in relationships or maybe bachelors, right? But I know we have a few married men that are in the space. You know, shout out to Mr. Lucario because he's been married to his wife forever. And then you have Kev Hick, who's a family man himself. Shout out to him. And he actually has sons, right? And I believe Coach Greg Adams, who's a content creator in the MGTOW Red Pill space. He used to be married. He's divorced, but I believe he has two children, and I believe he has a daughter as well. But when it comes to this whole entire space of either game or which is self-improvement, or a whole lot of panels when it comes to dating and who should hold who accountable, you really don't have many family men in the space who chop it up on how they address their daughters about dating or what they should be looking forward to when it comes to dating. Me, I'm actually one of those dads. And although I am the father of a teenage girl, I do try to do my best to game her up on things that are to come. I know she's in high school right now, and of course, you know, they have things like prom, and I know boys like to take girls out on little pizza dates and movie things, you know, innocent stuff like that right now before they try to do anything, you know, a little bit more adult like, right? And I do my best to game her up on a lot of things to prepare her for life after high school, but also I give her little tidbits on what she should look out for now. But what I really wanted to talk about is I wanted to give you guys a personal insight as me, a family man. What does Maurice actually tell his daughter? Once you find a skincare regimen that actually works and you stick to it, I'm telling you, you're going to end up getting the results that you've been looking for. Right here, you have the wash that I use daily, and I also have the scrub. So if you're interested in getting those same good results, please, in the description down below, make sure you hit the link. It's going to launch you to the T Hanley website, and I guarantee you'll have a good evening. What we see is what we're attracted to, and that's what actually puts us in motion. Yes, of course, character plays a part, but we see what we're attracted to first, and I game her up on that. Yes, it's weird, but especially being in that age, we're usually attracted to, you know, if you're a cutie, you're like, do you got a pretty smile? Are you putting in work on that track? Are you putting in work on the basketball court? You know, are you putting in work playing volleyball? Are you just a smart student? Are you cool to hang around with? You know, do you like anime and, you know, whatever these little teenage, you know, kids love right now, right? But the first thing that I always got to let you know is like, yes, we are visual creatures first. We love the physical. What we see is what we get. And the thing is, character comes into play after that. And yes, we do have a tendency to look at other little girls too, you know, at that age and everything, because you're not going to be the only one. But before she gets to that area, like, oh my God, boys are such jerks. Just because her booty is bigger or just because she's a little bit thicker around, you know, the body. It's like, yeah, unfortunately, as teenage boys, we're Neanderthals like that. But as you get older, it does change. But yes, guys are going to go by what they see first. Call it shallow if you want, but that's just facts. Sometimes unconditional love can be very, very limited. I know a lot of men, we get kicked in the ass about how we need to love unconditionally more, but I have to game her up on this. As you get older, we have seen women get away with murder when it comes to like committed relationships. We have seen women press buttons here and there. Yes, the argument can be like, okay, then why are men interacting with women who have these bad attitudes or these bad characters or whatever? It goes back to what I said the first time, because of the physical, right? But just to go ahead and, you know, keep it 100. We have a tendency to really, really, really love you, especially if we are receiving what we're giving. You have a lot of women out there who just don't give enough because they weren't taught to give, right? A lot of you guys see a lot of women get on social media nowadays and they seem so entitled, like, because I look like this or because I'm this, I should get. But we're supposed to still love you because you have that entitlement. It's like, no, it doesn't work like that. Most men will give you the world if they feel like they are getting back the world themselves, right? And most guys don't, most men, your average man doesn't want much. We usually just want, respect and compassion, right? Anything physical like sex will usually come after, but respect and appreciation is a whole lot more valuable to us than sex, because if the thing don't work anymore, at least we want to grow old with somebody respectful, right? But if you all mouthy and entitled and selfish acting, regardless if you're cute or not, most men are not going to basically accept any of that, and they're just going to go ahead and move you aside and go for somebody else. So to be fully unconditional, loving, it's kind of hard for us because a lot of us are not going to basically take a whole bunch of lip and just love you unconditionally. We have the saying, what you won't do, the next woman will, right? And usually that goes down to something on a physical aspect. Is usually sexual. But one of the things I game her up on is that she's not going to be the only girl. She's not. There's a whole world out there and eyes are going to wander. But in order to avoid your man going elsewhere or treating you like such, right? You really, really have to find your value. And I explained that to her. Bring something that no other woman can bring that's going to be beneficial to him and also to yourself. He's also going to bring something. You have to match that. Whatever it is you figured out, because everybody is different, right? You have some men out there that, hey, I need sex at the least twice a week, right? And if you could bring that, that's fine. But then you also got men out there who are basically like, have a book night with me. I love reading. I would like for you to read with me before we go to bed, at least, 3 times a week. Or if I just have a new book, share my interests, right? And it can go both ways. And most guys, after a breakup, you hear them. They usually talk about what they miss about their woman, which may not even have anything to do with sex, right? It was something dear to them, something very, very valuable with them. It could be something as small as she used to watch anime with me, or I miss when we play one-on-one basketball on the court outside and everything. Like, every guy is different. So I always let her know, you're not the only one. Yes, what you won't do, another woman will. But also make sure that you have something valuable about yourself that he will dearly miss if you guys do split. And if you guys are still together, he appreciates that more. Family is important. And I know out in this space, we actually have a lot of, women out there who say they do not want to be mothers or they don't want to have children. Hell, some of them don't even want to be married, right? But this is the reason why family is important. Usually young women will say things like that. There's going to come a time where you may not be able to give yourself a glass of water, right? A lot of us have grandparents, and when we go over to their house, what do? They always ask if we can go run and get something. Can you go get me a glass of water, baby? Or can you run to the store and get me this because Big Mama's hip is not feeling too keen, right? And the thing is this, there's going to be a period where we're going to get older. And if you don't have anybody there for you right then and there just to get you something simple, how are you going to get it yourself? We are usually catering to our elders and our family, especially here in the Black community. The Black family is a beast. We all know that, right? Big mamas will get on the horn and hit us up if they need us to come do something, right? Especially if their own children is not able to get there, they'll hit up the grandkids. And that's why family is important. There's always going to be somebody there to pretty much hook you up with something. They will be there to assist you, whether it's medication or you just need help, get into church, just something, anything. If you don't have any children, or if you just don't have a significant other, who's going to be there to assist you when you're getting hurt, if you fall? Little things like that. We all know people personally like that. But this is why family is so important. And We're not even talking about just like carrying on a name. But if you raise children and taking care of them, they will take care of you because you did your job. This subject could be a little bit broad because you really don't have too many platforms out there that actually tell you how to vet on dates, or if you're going into a hardcore committed relationship, like what should I do? Because everybody has a struggle between, trust and insecurity, right? And the thing is this, with trust, there's a thin line between trust and protection, right? Because we also always want to protect our relationships. We don't want nobody coming in and we showing the hell don't want the person that we're with to be looking at other people and possibly having a desire to be with the other person on the low. So yes, I do gamer up on how to vet. And sometimes I go all the way in. It's like, look, boo, if this is somebody that you want to take seriously, and they're going to have to take you serious too, you guys should basically have the password to each other's phone or whatever, right? But I know that's probably a little bit more adult-like because as kids, and who knows, right? But to make it like somewhat lightweight, always tell her, okay, if they are on YouTube, who are they sub to? And that will let you know what type of person they are. Do they sub to tech? Do they sub to entertainment, sports? Do they sub to a lot of dating content? But yeah, who are they following on the gram? Things of that nature, right? My light went out. Who are they following on the IG and stuff like that? Are they just following random chicks, who got their booty out and stuff like that, right? Like these right here are the things that I gamer up on. Like if they are really, really serious about being with you, hey, they will actually be like, either unfollow it because that my daughter should be the only one in your heart, right? They'll unfollow these people. And if it's useless content that is on YouTube that they are following, especially when it comes to like, whether it's, being masculine or, just, being red pill and yada, yada, and men on the prize and stuff like that, you got to make that decision on if you want to put up with stuff like that. But most likely, if these men are single and they've stayed single because they follow this certain type of content and it doesn't exactly resonate with them too well, then you may want to reconsider who you're dating, or maybe he may want to reconsider, maybe I don't need to listen to these other single men who are dishing out this content. It's not healthy for me. Maybe I just need to go ahead and keep my eyes on this person in front of me. But anyways, I just wanted to throw that bit out there, and y'all know how I do. I'm out this piece. Good evening, Mr. Black. Go fix my damn light.